We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today we get some playoffs. We're talking about playoffs. We get some playoff baseball. We got some divisional series. I think this is the only full day of playoffs we're guaranteed. So we get 4 games starting at 2, 4, 7, and 9. So we get a day full of playoff baseball. It's going to be awesome there. We get college football. We get 3 college football games before a monster slate tomorrow on Saturday. And should be a good day, hopefully. Yesterday was a good one. But before we get into today's slate, as I just hinted to, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday, what went right and what went wrong. And for me, a lot went right. And my only thing that went wrong, I added on game time decisions. So I went 4-0 yesterday on the stream picks. I cashed on the Astros first 5 run line. I cashed on the Tampa Bay Rays. I cashed on Coastal Carolina. We cashed on the Rams. A nice 4-0 day there. My only loser was the team total for the Rams, which I added on during game time decision like an idiot. But it was a good day yesterday. I think I finished up a little over 3 units. So I can't complain. Back up to a positive record for these postseason. 3-3 with a up 1 unit in postseason baseball. I am currently 28 and 23 now, up 5.5 units so far this NFL season. So the NFL has been treating me good. Playoffs are starting to treat me good. I mean, I finished up 12 units in the MLB regular season. So overall, I can't complain about what's happening here. I definitely like where we are at right now. So overall, great day yesterday. Everything hit other than my added play from game time. What about you, Tim?
Oh, yeah, it was a great day. I'm actually going to email myself so I could throw something up on the stream for in a minute so that I can show off something I was able to hit yesterday. But, yeah, it was a really good day. As Nick mentioned, I hit on Houston, hit on Tampa Bay. I hit on the Rams, and I hit on the Coastal Carolina game. So overall, it was just a really good day. Can't complain. And then looking at Counter-Strike, because I also played a bunch of that yesterday. That was another good day. Went 6-2 in Counter-Strike. Only losers was that Nip to sweep and Fury on -3.5. Got to hit on Vitality, Pain, Extremum, Liquid, Triumph plus 6.5, and Team 1. And then I can go ahead and bring at least this part up. Share screen. Because yesterday, I know, don't do parlays. I hit a 8-leg parlay. This was part of it. The Triumph, Team 1, Nip, and then Fury on the money line. Because Fury won straight out, but they did not cover the 3.5. And then on the other side, yoink. Extremum, Vitality, Pain, Liquid, all hit as well. Yeah, and the Nip I had to sweep. That was why I lost on that one. But with the parlay, I had them just winning in general. So overall, hit a 8-legger yesterday, and can't complain. It was a really, really good day, and I'm ready to go on and do it again today.
Yeah, sounds good. And we get to do it with some playoff baseball and some college football. What do you want to go over first? Do we want to give playoff baseball its respect and have it go second?
Yep.
All right, we'll do that then. We have 2 college football games that we like today that we picked out that we want to go over. We're going to kick it on off here between Cincinnati and Temple in this one here. Cincinnati now 30-point favorites in this game, and then a total of 54.5. The line is so big we don't have a money line for this one, which I would project it would probably be around, I don't know, plus 12, plus 13, plus 1,500 for Temple probably. Looking at this game though, we do get Cincinnati coming in 4-0 this season. Have looked really good so far. Number 5 in the nation, coming off of a really nice win over Notre Dame. last week, and they've looked really good so far. There's a reason why they're number 4 in the nation, and then also 5 in the nation. I think they'll be number 4 if they win this game at the nation. If they do win this game, because we get the matchup between Iowa and Penn State going tomorrow as well. But looking at the Cincinnati team, I want to see what they are against the record. They are 3-1 against the number this year, and on average, they beat the spread by 7.4 points. And on the other side, Temple is 2-3 against the number, though, and on average, they lose against the spread by 3.4 points a game. So Temple's not really a team that's covering spreads. Cincinnati is, and Cincinnati's had some pretty decent-sized spreads during their year so far. They were, they were 22.5-point favorites against Miami of Ohio. They're 30-point favorites today. The other ones, they were 4-point favorite against Indiana, which they cleared easily, and 2.5-point favorites against Notre Dame, which they also cleared easily. The only time they didn't cover a spread was a 42-7 win over Murray State. But looking at this game, I do like Cincinnati. I personally got it at 28 on Sunday. So I did beat a nice 2-point line movement on this one, and I think this is a spot where Cincinnati is out to send a message. And I had this game handicapped Cincinnati minus 36.5. So I definitely see some value here with the Bearcats in this spot. So I'm taking them minus 30. I got it personally at minus 28, but I like the Bearcats in this spot.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat, and I know somebody came in the chat and said hoping I got Temple hope for a letdown. I'm not expecting a letdown spot. If you're thinking about it, a letdown. If you're thinking that the Cincinnati team's going to get a letdown spot at home when they're trying to set a statement for, because in order for them to make the finals, the Final Four, they know they need to win out and they need to dominate. Because they're not playing good teams.
I don't think they need to dominate per se.
They need to cover most of the spreads in order for them to be considered, because they're not a SEC or a Big Ten or whatever
ACC.
Yeah,
12.
They're not any of those in any of those 12 leagues. So they know, okay, we need to absolutely dominate in order to get in. And I think they do that. I think they cover the total alone today. I wouldn't be surprised if we came back tomorrow and the total was the score is 56-3. Because Cincinnati is just going to come in there, they're going to kick butt, and they're going to be done. Cincinnati is one of the best teams in the nation for a reason. They're averaging 38.3 points a game. That's 17th in the league, and I wouldn't be surprised if they easily cover the spread, because they're only allowing 14.5 points a game. That's 7th in the nation. So I'm expecting the Cincinnati Bearcats to come out, score a lot of points, and not let up. Cincinnati minus 30. We got it at 28. I like it.
Yeah. But moving on to the next matchup here. What's good, Lane Elliott?
Oh yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good.
Next up, we got Stanford Tree and Arizona State, the Sun Devils. Sun Devils 13.5-point favorites in this game. We have a total of 53 in this one. Stanford coming in obviously off of their huge win last Saturday against the Oregon Ducks in overtime, and ASU coming in off of a dominating win versus UCLA 42-23. So both these teams coming in off of really nice wins last week. We're getting ASU at minus 13.5, which I power ranked this game at 8. And I didn't bet this one until this morning, because I looked at the line and I was like, that's a little much. Personally, I bet Stanford at plus 14. I bought the extra half a point to get it up to the 2-touchdown spot. And it was, I think, plus 14 at minus 120. So it was a very reasonable price. I think they easily cover 2 touchdowns here in this game. I think I could see this being a 7-10 point game win for these Arizona State Sun Devils. I think there's value on Stanford in this spot. We're getting a Stanford team that I'm trying to get up their record against the spread this year. I got it, Tim. Arizona State here is 2-3 against the number. They lose against the spread by 1.7 points per game. On the other side, Stanford is 3-2 this year against the number, and they beat the spread by 6.2 points a game, which is showing they're exceeding their market expectations. And I like that there. I'm going with Stanford here. I got them at plus 14 at minus 120. I think they take care of business here and cover the plus 14 spread.
Real quick, Cincinnati, before you asked the money line, minus 5,000. For me, yeah, Stanford's probably the play. I personally didn't get around to betting this one. If anything, I know me and Daniel did Total Chaos last night, and this is one of the games. I'm leaning towards the under in this game. I think it might be more of a letdown spot for Stanford, coming off of a big win against a big team. I think they just come out slow. I think Arizona and both teams played pretty good defense, especially Arizona State. So I'm expecting this one to be a lower scoring game. Maybe if it gets to be like a 17-10 type game towards the end, I think that's pretty much the spot that I think we're going to be getting it at. But personally, yeah, Stanford's probably the play, and I'll lean towards the under in this one. But I personally did not bet it.
Fair enough. All right, going back to the chat here, Eric Teagarden's on the Stanford tree. And Tiffany saying, good morning, how are you? But those are the two games we did pick out for college football. The other game is Charlotte and FIU, and I was looking at potentially trying to get Charlotte if they drop down to 3. Doesn't look like they're doing that. So that one's a stay-off game with a lean towards the 49ers of Charlotte.
And lean towards the over.
And that'll bring us to baseball now. We have 4 postseason baseball games here. First one starting at 2:07 p.m. American League Divisional Series Game 2. We have the Chicago White Sox and the Houston Astros in this one. Astros minus 115 in this game. Around a plus 105 run back here with the White Sox. Total of 8 in this game. Framber Valdez, Lucas Giolito, your pitching matchup here. And where are you looking for this first game?
Yeah, I don't see why we would need to go away from what we started with. Yesterday, had the Houston Astros, going right back to them today. Once again, Chicago White Sox, not a good road team. They're now 2 games under 500 on the road this year, which I don't think they win any games in Houston. I think if they win any games in the series, it's going to be in Chicago. But considering we're still in Houston, and Houston's only a minus 115, look at the pitching matchup, Lucas Giolito and Framber Valdez. It would be crazy if you guys were watching this last year and came into this stream and we're watching it for this year, if I said Framber Valdez probably has the pitching advantage in this game over Lucas Giolito, people would look at me crazy and think, whoa, isn't Lucas Giolito like a Cy Young Award winner? Because that's what I had in the beginning of the year. I thought Lucas Giolito was going to be the front runner for the Cy Young Award this year, and little did I know about Robbie Ray. But yeah, Lucas Giolito has just been very, very disappointing this year. And I think it kind of continues and finishes the year with him. Framber Valdez, pitching advantage. I like the Houston Astros. Get him at the minus 115. I think that's just an overall solid spot.
Yeah, I mean, and if you're looking for a series prop in this one, plus 250 now for the Houston Astros to sweep this series. I don't know if the value is gone on that. I believe it was plus 475 before game 1. So, but looking at this matchup here, we do have Lucas Giolito, who in the regular season did go 11-9 with a 3.53 ERA. He did go 178 and 2/3 innings pitched, 201 strikeouts and 52 walks. And he did look a little bit better towards the end of the season. He had a really rough start, but won his last 5 starts, and he didn't look terrible down the stretch. On the other side, Framber Valdez is one of the more underrated pitchers in baseball, I feel. He finished quietly with an 11-6 record, a 3.14 whip, 134 and 2/3 innings pitched, 125 strikeouts, and 58 walks. And here's the thing with this Astros team is we are so focused on them being super talented offensively. they have a very underrated pitching staff. They had I'm trying to remember who pitched yesterday now.
Lance McCullers.
Yeah, with McCullers yesterday, Valdez today. They'll probably have Luis Garcia in Game 3. Probably going to have Zach Greinke out of the bullpen during the playoffs. This is a very underrated pitching staff for the Astros, and I think that's going to help them here in this series. Plus, Ryan Presley in the bullpen's looked really good this year as well. I think the Astros take care of business once again in this game. I have them first 5 here at minus 115, and I'm tempted on doubling up on them and betting them minus 114 full game, and that's actually what I'm going to do here. I'm going to double up here on these Astros. I really like them. I also still have that big bet on them to win the series at minus 125. I think that them being up now 1-0, they are now a minus 285 to win the series. I feel good about that. This is a really good Astros team that they have the experience advantage and they have the overall talent advantage. And this is a spot where I'm going to double up on the Astros here. First 5 full game. Minus 115, minus 114. I think the Astros take care of business once again today.
I like it. Well, I'll move from the ALDS, the game that starts at 2 o'clock. This one starts at 4 o'clock.
Yes, we have the Atlanta Braves and the Milwaukee Brewers here in this one. Brewers minus 155 in this game, around plus 145 run back here with the Braves. Total of 7 in this game. Looking at this matchup here, Charlie Morton so far this season taking on Corbin Burns. Charlie Morton, another one of those pitchers, quietly putting up a nice season, 14-6 with a 3.34 ERA, 185 and 2/3 innings pitched, 216 strikeouts and 58 walks. Corbin Burns on the other side, though, 11-5, a 2.43 ERA, a 1.67 WHIP, 234 strikeouts, 34 walks, a potential Cy Young candidate here in the National League. And I still think the pitching advantage goes towards the Brewers in this spot. I think the overall advantage goes towards the Brewers in this spot. Corbin Burns has been filthy this entire season long. Charlie Morton looks really good too, though. Here's the thing with Charlie Morton is his numbers may not look the greatest the last month. He only went 2 2/3 in his last start against the Mets, but that was the last day of the regular season on the 3rd. I'm not putting too much stock in that. And the start before that, he went 7 innings, allowed no earned runs and 3 hits. Against the Phillies, striking out 10 batters. He's looked really good so far this season. And he has the playoff experience back in 2017 with the Astros and last year with the Rays. Martin has playoff experience, so you know the big moment's not going to get to them. I still like the Brewers here in the first 5 run line. I think a massive pitching advantage here with the Milwaukee Brewers and Corbin Burns is going to really help them here to shut down this Braves offense. I got them first 5 run line at minus 102. It's down to a minus 115. I like the Brewers in this spot, though. I think they take care of business here in Game 1 against the Braves. I think they're now my World Series pick for the National League side with St. Louis being eliminated.
There you go. Yeah, I'm all over the Brewers. I will say I got them last night at 149, which is at the absolute tip of my iceberg. At this point, I maybe lay the 155, but run line looks good too. I believe the run line is at 150 plus 146, which is not bad. That's actually quite nice. But looking at this one, I know I did this game per Total Chaos last night with over at Picks and Parleys. I lean towards the over in this game because at the end of the day, 3 runs apiece, and at bare minimum, you push. And I think these two offenses will be able to scratch across a couple of runs. They normally do score decently against each other. I know it's a playoff game, and can't really look at that all that serious. You can't look at the regular season the same way as you look at the postseason. And there's going to be a bunch of unders, but it would be a lean towards the over in this game. But I grab Milwaukee. I think they're ultimately in the better spot. Corbin Burns has the pitching advantage. And yeah, I think Milwaukee has the best shot of giving the Dodgers a run for their money in the National League. So I'm going with the Milwaukee Brewers in this game. I took them at minus 149. At this point, either the 155 or the run line is going to have to be the way to go.
Sounds good. Sounds good. We'll move on to the next matchup here, or Stanford plus, or we'll look at the chat, my bad. Stanford plus points. Love it. Next matchup here at 7:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Tampa Bay Rays are hosting the Boston Red Sox in this one. Minus 135 for the Rays, plus 125 for the Red Sox. Chris Sale, Shane Baz, your pitching matchup here. Total 7.5 in this game. Where are you looking at this one?
I am still a believer that the Tampa Bay Rays are going to maybe even sweep this series. I think the Tampa Bay team is still the best in baseball. I know they came in with the third best record behind the two California teams in the National League. But I think the Tampa Bay Rays are ultimately the best team in baseball. I think they take care of business again today. I don't really think it will take much for them to make the World Series this year. Tampa Bay is just they're leaps and bounds above the Boston Red Sox at this point. We saw it yesterday. They won 5-0. They controlled and dominated that game, and I don't expect much less. I know Shane Baz is a rookie and all, but he is still a very solid pitcher. The fact he's pitching in the playoffs, I like it. Now I do expect him to go about 5 innings. We see more of a bullpen game from this game, but I just think Tampa Bay is overall the better team, and I laid the minus 130. At this point, and rule of thumb, if you guys think a certain team's going to win a series, bet them every single game. At the end of the day, if they win the series like you predict, you're going to be making money. So I'm going right back to the Tampa Bay Rays. I'm not switching anything up. Maybe a lean towards the over in this game, but it's more of a Tampa Bay or nothing in this spot.
Yeah, looking at the spot here, yeah, I do like Shane Baz here. He was the 12th overall pick in the 2017 draft by the Pirates. And looking at this game here, Chris Sale, though, has looked really good since coming off the IL this year. 5-1 with a 3.16 ERA. And a 1.34 whip and 42 2/3 innings pitched. He does have 52 strikeouts and 12 walks. He did have an immaculate inning so far this year as well. Shane Baz, though, he's only quite the Olympic silver medalist. Yes, I can say that he was on Team USA this year. Is 2-0 this year with a 2.03 ERA, a 0.68 whip. He's thrown only 13 1/3 innings pitched. He struck out 18 batters and walked 3. This kid's going to be good, and it's kind of crazy what this Tampa Bay Rays team has just lying around in AAA, and they can just bring up any pitcher and dominate with them. It's ridiculous what this Tampa Bay team does, and they continue to redefine the laws of physics of baseball. Really, showing that you don't need to spend $300 million on a pitcher to go 2 innings to get you a World Series appearance. No, not knocking any team there, Yankees. But yeah, this Tampa Bay team, they just go out every single year and prove everybody wrong. And I think they continue doing that today, and I think they continue doing that throughout the playoffs. I have the Tampa Bay Rays here. First 5 run line. I took a little bit of plus money on this one. You could have laid the minus 125 here for the first 5. I think the Rays take care of business in this game. I also don't mind that full game line at minus 135. I think that's a total reasonable line there that you might see me post on the community board for ESB that I'm adding their money line later in the day, depending on how the early games go and how I'll look at even more into this game. But I'm leaning towards the Rays full game as well. They do have a massive pitching or bullpen advantage over these Boston Red Sox as well. That's one thing that I think is really going to hold the Red Sox down when it comes to trying to make it further into the playoffs is I don't trust this bullpen for these Boston Red Sox. Let's see where they finished at. They were about middle of the pack. And Tampa Bay had the number 3 ranked bullpen, only behind the Dodgers and the Giants. Pretty good company there. In between the Rays and the Red Sox, there was the Padres, the Indians, the Marlins, the Mariners, the Mets, the White Sox, the Cardinals, and the Braves. And then there's the Red Sox. The Red Sox, they had, I just can't trust this Red Sox bullpen against a bullpen of the Tampa Bay Rays. So I'm actually going to do it now. I'm going to add on, I'm going to double up in this spot as well. Give me the full game minus 135 line here on the Rays. I think that this is a nice little value spot on them, and I think they take care of business here today. First 5 run line, full game money line here with the Tampa Bay Rays for me.
Yeah, sounds good. Go over to the comments. Eric, Rays. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, doesn't the Rays? It don't matter. It really don't matter. Rays are going to come in and dominate this game. Any player props? No. We really don't look at player props for the MLB. We really don't look at player props in general. I will say if you want to look at some player props and stuff, I know there's the Morning Wood Facebook group on Morning Group Facebook on Facebook. If you want to check that out, you can ask player props. You can probably get about 20 comments on that post. So unders in the postseason, yeah, that's pretty much how it's good and how it's going. So, but that's that game. Final game of the day. This one starts at 9:37 p.m. and I think this one's going to be the best game of the day.
Yeah, we have the Los Angeles Dodgers here and the San Francisco Giants run minus 115 for the Dodgers, plus 105 for the Giants. Total of 7.5 in this game. Walker Buehler, Logan Webb. Where are you looking at for this game, Tim?
Well, this will be the one game that me and Nick disagree on. I'm on the Giants. Home field plus money. Money's come in on them, so I'll say the line is no longer like it. There's still value on it because it's plus money. They opened up at a plus 124. It's down to a plus 103 for them. I grabbed them plus 103. Overall, I like the one stat that Nick gave out the other day with the wild card. Where's the stat? Teams off wild card games are now 4-13 in game 1's 0 for their last 7 and 2-9 their last 11. And I'm expecting the same exact thing. I'm expecting the Dodgers to be part of that statistic. I really like the Giants in this game. I know it's Logan Webb versus Walker Buehler, and everybody's all big on Walker Buehler. Logan Webb has secretly had one of the best seasons in baseball in terms of pitcher profit ranking. He was number 2 behind Chris Flexen. The Giants were 21-5 when he pitched, and I expect that 22nd win tonight. I'm grabbing the San Francisco Giants plus 103, and I lean towards the under in this game as well.
Yeah, looking at this one, though, I disagree in this game. Looking at Walker Buehler, 16-4 this year, 2.47 ERA, 207 2/3 innings pitched, 212 strikeouts, and 52 walks. On the other side, Logan Webb also had a really nice year, 11-3, a 3.03 ERA, a 1.11 WHIP. He did throw 148 1/3 innings pitched, 158 strikeouts, and 36 walks. And yes, I know I gave out those stats during the game yesterday, or during the show yesterday. Teams are now 4-13 in game 1 after a wild card win since it started. 0-7 in the last 10, and have lost 9 of their last 11. Here's the thing. With the Dodgers, we can take all those stats and just go, this is a 106-win baseball team. None of the wild card teams that we were looking at these stats with are to the level of the Dodgers. And none of these wild card teams were ever favored to win the World Series as a wild card team. That's the thing we're looking at here. Plus, I was looking at the Giants yesterday, but the betting public made that not worth it for me anymore. If this was still plus 120, plus 125 on the Giants, I'm on San Fran all day. You bet this down to minus 110 for the first 5 innings on the Dodgers? I'm sorry, that's just disrespect to a potential Cy Young winner in Walker Buehler. Because usually the problem with teams coming off of a wild card win is their best pitcher's now out of the question because he pitched in that wild card game. The Dodgers don't have that problem. Max Scherzer, yeah, he pitched in the wild card game. Great. Julio Urias could have come in and pitched for the Dodgers in the 10th inning. and this team would still be fine. Because you can just trot out there good old Walker Buehler, another Cy Young candidate, after potentially pitching Max Scherzer, a Cy Young candidate, and Julio Urias, a future Cy Young candidate for this Dodgers team. So the Dodgers are just an embarrassment of riches. So I'm taking all those all those wild card stats and tossing them out. Like, this is a spot where I like the Dodgers here. I think they win. I think they take at least the first 5 innings. Now, the Giants may come back against Kenley Jensen or something in the ninth. That's why I want nothing to do with the full game. But give me the Dodgers here in the first 5 innings, minus 110. This is a pure value play in my eyes here.
Well, fair enough. We can't agree on everything. That's fine. But that should be everything for this. Go back to the comment section for a minute. Astros money line. Why not? Why not? Over under how many fights will be in the stands at the Giants-Dodgers game? It's a good question.
4.5, 5.5?
Maybe. Currently new to betting in Raleigh. What sites do you use for making the visual bets? I put it in the comment section. We're not really supposed to say it out loud. What's good? I like the Astros again. 8 Rays, Dodgers, and under in the Brewers game.
That's fair.
Astros, yes. Rays, yes. Dodgers, no. Under in the Brewers game. I would lean no. I would lean towards the over in that game, but that's just my ideas.
And one more thing with the Giants here that I wanted to throw out there. Yeah, they have a very nice, pretty record with 107 wins. But if we look at what the Giants have done against teams with under 500 records this year, 72-27. I just wanted to put that out there. They dominated those weak teams that they played. So, yeah, that 107 wins looks very pretty, but when you dominating the teams like that, I guess that makes sense. But I mean, don't get me wrong, the Giants are a very talented team. I think they potentially could win this series. I just like Walker Buehler more than I like Logan Webb.
I like this one. Giants have been off for a while. How will that affect them? That'll only affect them positively. This team is an older team. It's a more veteran team. So the more time off that Buster Posey can get, and like if they're all their veterans, that's only going to make them better. It's only going to help them out. After a long season where they're constantly getting beat up, the couple of days off is going to work wonders for them. So I do really like the Giants today. Obviously, we'll really see the pure how all those teams look, at least in the National League, look today. So I'm definitely interested in checking that out. And hey, if we come back tomorrow and the Dodgers win, it happens. At the end of the day, these are our plays. This is what we're doing. And win or lose, we come back tomorrow and bet more stuff. So that's pretty much it for today. Before we jump into a recap, got some housekeeping to do as per always. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description below between our Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, Premium Plays, and our merch, all linked down below. Check out all the Picks and Parleys team. Craig did his show earlier, me and Nick now. Higgs will be live at noon. Allie at 1:30. Game time at 6. We'll be going over some college football and some NFL, along with the baseball games that are going on later that night. And then there's probably Total Chaos in there somewhere. Lots of free pick videos on all the channels. So go ahead and check out all those channels with us at ESP. Winning free picks and parlays.
Also, at 9 o'clock tonight, pick the luck.
There you go. I knew I forgot something. Go back to the chat before we do a recap. Great job. Thank you. Sup, Raymond Anton. Houston Astros looking good. Bet them tonight. How are you guys feeling about Stanford ASU over? I like it a bit more at 51. I'm looking more towards the under in that game. Me and Daniel both agreed on the under on Total Chaos last night, but we'll see. Sorry about that Argentina pick. They disappointed me. That's all right. Temple plus 30 thoughts. We're on the other side. We got Cincinnati. Speaking of those teams, recap for today. I am on the Houston Astros. I'm on the Milwaukee Brewers, Tampa Bay Rays, and San Francisco Giants, along with Cincinnati -30 in the over in the Temple game. And then as for Counter-Strike, just some throw picks out there. Astralis, G2, and Furia all to sweep today, -1.5.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm on the Astros here. First 5 in full game double up. I like the Brewers first 5 run line. I'm on the Rays first 5 run line and full game money line, and I'm on the Dodgers first 5 money line as well. Looking at college football, I do like Cincinnati. I got them at -28. And I like the tree at +14 with Stanford plus the points against ASU. And that's where I'm looking at for today's slate.
Sounds good. Raymond said CSGO. Put it right here. It seems like Fury is playing every day. It's part of a tournament going on. There was a round robin, and now they're in the playoffs. So yeah, they've been playing. They've been playing every day for the past 5 days. Today marks 6. They're in the playoffs now for the NARMR. Good morning, fellas. Let's go. Great weekend. Let's get it for bettors. Let's get it. Let's get it. But that should pretty much wrap it up for today. Nick, let's go ahead and finish it out.
Yeah, that's going to wrap it up for today's stream. We want to thank you guys, as always, for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we are live here on ESB, which is every single morning, 10 or 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Earle Sports Bet Show. Tomorrow's college football Saturday, so it should be a fun show there. But that's going to do it for this one. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined, as always, here by my brother Tim. And this has been another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Thank you guys, as always, for watching, and